Hello. Hello, beautiful queen. I had many conversations today with beautiful queens, awaken or awakening. And just one thing coming up into my mind. All I need is love. All I need is love. Do you know that song, The Beatles? Do you want me to play for you? I am not gonna sing. And definitely not with a sore throat. Oh, wait a minute. I need is love. All you need is love. Apologies, that's how it goes. That means that song you've seen many times. But wait a second. Love, love, love. Do you know that song? Where's the love is all you need? Oh, I've got goosebumps. So, today I've been talking to many ladies. I love the Beatles, by the way. I really do love them. And what I really discover is that many of us are so confused what we want in our love life that we're sabotaging that love life. We just don't know why. We don't know, our parents didn't know, they created some weird communication, some sort of marriage thing. What was that? And we don't know. We don't really know what we want, and then we confuse, and then we're projecting that confusion on men, and then men cannot show up as a man. You just can't. So what we want in our love. So I spoke to many ladies when we're creating in our creation calls, and most of us want to feel safe, that we can trust, that we can be a woman, so we can be our flow, emotions, just be a woman, that we want communication, verbal and with our third eye, that it's not about only being next to that person, but just feel that presence of that person all the time. But when we are with that person, we're like 100% in the moment, and we feel, because that man is just, we're trusting, we can be far away from each other, but we're feeling each other present. We feel like we're next to each other. We feel each other energies. And he may not respond in the morning because he's too busy. I mean, there's nothing like too busy, but sometimes they are. We know there are events when, our partner might not reply or not respond. But we're in peace, because we know once he's back, it's going to be like so much communication. He can say 2 words and it sounds like book, that we had that connection, that we can have deep conversation, shallow conversation, laugh, and we can have silence next to each other. All you need is love. Love is all you need. Make a comments. Tell me what you think.
Hello, my beautiful queen. Listen, how important is your partner in that journey, in your queendom? Would you like to have a king next to you or a prince? It takes me really back to my 10 years ago, my marriage, when I was visualizing my future, and I was not excited about my future. And it was really challenging to write down what I see, what I want, what is already done deal in my future. And actually today I do the same exercise again, and really got me that my partner was not inspiring me next to me. He was not inspiring for me to have what I want to have. I couldn't see him in my beautiful kitchen, in my garden. I couldn't see him serving me coffee. I couldn't feel safe next to him. I couldn't feel safe manifesting my future. And I was not inspired. I was simply not inspired at all. And what I got today is I am now inspired by men next to me, and journaling, writing my future, saying loud, manifesting next to him what I want to happen is so easy because I've got a powerful listener next to me. He listens, he can hear me, he can powerfully say to me, yes, you have it. I can feel it, I can smell it, you have it already. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to be next to man who is a king. He's not a prince who is worrying, who is like not sure how to behave as a king. He never experienced himself as a king, who is just tiptoeing around his position. I don't want that anymore. And I would never ever accept this next to me again. Now I have a man who is so powerful, who feels his strength, who knows who he is. Now I understand why I'm able to manifest, why I'm able. Okay, it takes some effort, obviously, from me, but it's so much ease. There is so much ease. And the same for children. Now I'm braver to manifest for them, and I'm teaching them the same, and I'm listening them. And finally, I attracted men in my life who listens and can hear me and empowers me. I didn't have that before. Every my idea was I could feel in the past with my soon ex-husband that every my ideas was questioned, doubted. I could feel his laughing inside. He didn't criticize much, but yes, he did a bit. But he never trusted. And I was missing the most. Because, I grew up with my dad. My dad trusted all my ideas. My dad empowered me in so many ideas. My brother was the same, except my mom was not. And I've chosen partner who I felt like next to my mom. Even though she empowered me at school a lot and at uni, it was the time when I became entrepreneurial woman. That my mom was never approving. That never she see herself doing. She always criticized my dad for doing that. And I create that opposite sex, but the same relationship. Like my husband liked me, loved me when I was architect on one position, regular job. He stopped loving me when I started being me. When I start being me. Choose wisely your partner, attract correct one.
Hello, beautiful queen and king, if you're watching. I think this recording is to both. I mean, listen, look, this recording is to both. Honestly, to you, beautiful kings, or maturing or awakening kings. It's also to you. It's about feminine energy and the power of feminine energy. It's how we give as a woman our energy to you guys. And some of you appreciate that energy, and some of you still don't. You really don't. And it really got me, all of that powerfully, like really hit me yesterday. And I'll give you an example. It's not about because I want you to be with me or like pity me. I want you to just hear something for yourself and take action. Just look at it, how you've been doing, how you've been being in that relationship, or with a woman or with a man. Either way, I want to really get that feminine energy. It's still undervalued. And I watched yesterday recording of a powerful TikToker lady, and she said, sexual feminine energy is powerful. That's why those guys in college who's sleeping with a lot of girls, they're so famous, they're so popular, they're the best in football, in games, they're visible because they're dragging that energy from the woman, from the women. And that's why they feel used, because they're not getting anything in exchange. They're not appreciated, they feel undervalued. He's got another one, so left heartbroken. But I just want to now show you in upgraded version after 18, 19 years of relationship, my relationship, and how that feels to be undervalued. Okay, so I really got this yesterday, and I'm going to give example, and I don't care that my ex-husband is going to see it in the future. You have to listen this to the end, because there is a gold. Right in the end, there is a gold for you. And if you're 20, 30, listen to this like you know nothing about life. And if you're 40, I want you to just wake up to what's you about to happen possibly, or maybe happen to you. And I'm encourage you to say no to that energy, not anymore. So yesterday, after 2 weeks, after Christmas time, New Year's Eve, me being with my soulmate, with my friends, and my children being with, had been with my ex and his family. And ta-da, it's just 1 month, just over 1 month after divorce, and he was with his girlfriend, which is great, good, solid Brazilian future wife. What got me really present was that he spent valuable time. He finally found time he couldn't find for many years for me. Like never. Like cooking, preparing that Christmas, preparing trips to central London from Kent and back, take her in and out to airport, cooking with her. Great. Fantastic. I love it. Except that he never had time for me. So just going back to that example, which I told you, like about that guy taking energy. I want you to just look at that. Me giving energy for 18 years, drowning myself, draining as well from energy, drowning as well emotionally, but draining myself from energy. And she jumps in and she's got everything what I haven't. He learned how to appreciate women, how to be with a woman, how to find time for women. So who I was in that relationship. Yeah, I was a coach. I was training. I was a lesson. But what really got me present that I allowed be drowned in this and drained from my feminine energy because he built a lot, way more than I did. Okay, now I'm standing, I'm going to have definitely half of it, if not more. But what I'm saying is, it's just like when you're giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're waiting that one day you're going to be appreciated, one day you're going to be acknowledged, and you're ending up your marriage because you haven't been for years, and then you jumps in and gets it. Don't do that anymore. I just now said to something like this, no. I said to my soulmate, that's another thing, but he asking me for more time to sort himself out. And I said, no, I'm not going to be giving you my energy, my sexual energy for exchange of very little. Like, the dates you're organizing, it's great dates, but there would be great dates 20 years ago. Now I want more. Now I want amazing time, not great time, amazing time and more with you. And if you don't have enough time, sorry, just leave me alone. Let me go and attract what I should be attracting, because I know that his last year been a very powerful year. He told me he got amazing opportunities show up and a lot of things. That's the year we've been seeing each other. So he used my energy to just attract these things. He told me about great bonuses at work, great opportunities, that he feels more stable and powerful about his finances. That was my energy. That was my energy. And it really started like clicking when he said that. That was me. And where is me? Where's my presence? Where's my like amazing time? There was nothing like that. There was some present, but not that amazing. And I'm saying no to that energy. I'm not saying no to that guy. He still have opportunity to show up, still for a bit, let's see. But I'm saying no to that energy. I'm not allowing any guy to make me wait. Not when I'm 40. I'm tired of waiting. I want to enjoy my life and have for who I am, not what for what I'm doing, for who I am. Because trust me, you beautiful queen, you give a lot energy to that man, to any man spending even 10 minutes with your time is already taking your energy. So make sure he pays for that coffee. Make sure that he buys also cake. Make sure that he also treats you with the flowers. I'm not talking about even sexual energy. I'm talking like you're already giving him sexual, even not having sex with him. Do you understand? And they know that. Guys knows that. Guys know that. So don't give your energy for free. And don't give because you're greedy. Don't treat like you are greedy. Don't give because you cannot breathe out without breathing in. It does not work this way. Yesterday, I really felt like I breathed out so much that I was like, breathing in. And I'm still breathing in. Today, I'm still breathing in. Do you understand? I'm still breathing in because for years I was breathing out. And it's enough. Be conscious, be awakened to your true power, and do not allow to give this for free. If this is a client, make sure that he pays a lot, especially if this is masculine. If he's a man, make him pay well to you, because he does not only pay for your knowledge, he also pays, or he should pay for your energy, for your creativity, for your manifestation that these things happen. Yes, you are manifesting energy. Acknowledge yourself first. Bring everything back to yourself. I'm deserving for being, not for doing. I am powerful. I am everything. What I need. And if somebody wants that, he needs to work hard. I hope you kings also watching it. Please acknowledge your woman. Please acknowledge any women in your life, especially when you're successful or not successful, wherever you achieve. Trust me, that was this. The days you achieved the most, there was a powerful woman, not behind you, in front of you, or next to you. Hello, my beautiful queen. I want to make sure that you can hear me properly. And yes, I'm looking for new microphone, so it's gonna get better and better, I promise. So subscribe, so you're gonna be getting more and more and more interesting information. Yeah, subscribe. Listen, I'm very tired today, but this is gold. This was my conversation this morning with one of my clients. She was sharing with me the dynamics in her future partner family. And so what it just really got to me, it's how important is to watch dynamics, to watch interaction in the family of your future partner, future husband. Why so important? Because I thought it's not important that I am the queen in my relationship when I got married. And then, surprise, surprise, the show was run by my mother-in-law, now ex-mother-in-law. Is that familiar for any of you? Come on, girls. Come on, my beautiful queens. How many of you went into that relationship, in that marriage, thinking that you are the queen to your king, and then come out that actually the queen
is the mother of your husband, and you are just a princess. It's like Princess Diana. I watch The Crowd. I don't know how many facts is there, but definitely amazing, valuable, picturized version what it means to be a queen and what it means to be a princess. Can you see the difference? And that's very important to watch, analyze, because this is your mirror. Now you can watch. So why does he don't trust his masculine energy? How his mother treats him? Maybe his mother is me, but I'm not going to squeeze in position of mother because I don't want to be his mother. I want to be his wife, his queen. So remember, if there's already position of the queen in that relationship taken, you have no chance. Have a look how he treats his children, how he treats his ex, or maybe still married. Then just think about that, because my advice is he's not himself till he's divorced. Think about that. How many of you got into a relationship and you just ignore red flags right and center, straight in your eyes, and you were like, oh, that's gonna be fine. Till you sort out within yourself, it's not gonna be okay. It's not, I promise you. It's gonna piling up, and you're gonna be suppressing within yourself till explode. At least that's my way of dealing. That was my way of dealing. Now, what I look at, I looked how the relationship between my future partner or future husband or my current partner, I'm divorced from yesterday, how it looks like. What's the dynamic was between his parents? What's the dynamic between him and his child or his children? It's important. Can I squeeze in that relationship as a queen? Or am I going to be put on the side? Where I am in all that already structure, how you can balance and maneuver that you are in correct position in that relationship. It's extremely important to check before you get married, because husband comes, oh wow, can you hear that music? It's loud music, happy music. So happy info. So just have a look. And yes, you've got the power to shift that dynamic. And that dynamic is definitely within you. And he is a mirror, because there's certain reason you attracted him for what? You know, most likely there's some karmic lesson, something to learn. And do not avoid. You can't avoid that lesson. It's like Jumanji. You can't go another level without going through, step-by-step levels. You are a certain character in that game, and you need to get to know your skills. Use your skills to level up. You ignore, it'll hit you back. Like they say in Jumanji game, pulls you in back. Okay, you didn't work this through. Now you have opportunity again and again and again. Don't do that. Don't ignore. Work this through till you have clear space to create yourself as a queen in that relationship. And thank you for watching. Subscribe, watch more. I'm getting back into my power. I'm cutting all the cords from the past, and will be more and more people interested now. I've got the last 24 hours, I've got like over 100 subscribers. Yes, it's official. It's over 100 subscribers. So be one of them. Hello, hello, my beautiful queen. I know sometimes kings are watching. Very good, very good. And big acknowledgement to your queen. So today I'm like quite late and I'm a bit tired, but I promised myself 3 recordings today, and I think I'm gonna do it. This is the power of making yourself promise and aligning with your own promise, keeping integrity with yourself, which is very important. So I'm going to be soon doing about parenting and keeping energy in the house webinar. But today I want to talk about spirituality, because a lot of my queens who are looking to create powerful relationship, we're getting connected really to our spirituality, intuition, our emotions, and this is perfect. The only thing is, just spirituality and just building based on spirituality and like connecting to your soul or different souls is not enough to build a powerful relationship, because we know we've got body, mind, and soul. And this is perfectly explained in my training. There's one video I know somewhere around. I know it's on YouTube and I know it's on Facebook, my group. It's about working simultaneously on all levels. And even yesterday, I had a lady who is very spiritual. She also worked on her body level because her body is a bit rejected, meaning that soul wants more sweetness. She's got diabetes, and this is not enough. Here is working on mind level. Mind level is very, very important, because because mind can take you out if you don't do this. So on the mind level, to do the shadow work, because yes, you can access within your mind, because there were some incidents in your past where you make decisions. It's got impact on your mind, because now you're telling yourself, my life is not excited enough. I don't feel loved. I don't feel important. And my life is not sweet. And now it's got impact on your pancreas. How do I know? My daughter's got diabetes, and I know exactly what she says to herself. And yes, she's done already some work, and I know she's different level, but at the moment she's on the level like, a lot of things going on, hormones, imbalance. And I know she's in the future without diabetes. And at the same time, I know it's for her to do now the work on her mind level. And maybe she's healing my wounds, maybe she's healing her dad's wounds also, which that's why I decided to work on my wounds. I cannot take responsibility for anybody else. And that's why I decided to make decision. If I'm not happy in my marriage, I need to bring sweetness to my life. And I created Soulmate. And this mind level, okay, I want to really, I've got and I just really see what's the impact on that mind which telling you, I don't know, you're not important. I know that's her story. My daughter's, I'm not important. And she even told me, I knew that for a long time. Hello, I coached many people. I actually did all that self-development work, and I did spend 7 years being trained how to talk to my children, how to talk to myself. What am I telling myself every day to reprogram that? And I did reprogram big chunk on my past. How do I know that? Because my friends shifted. I have completely different friends now. I have different partner in my life. They are different. My children are extremely disciplined, creative, which I know is feminine energy. Discipline. That's the word my teacher of English, discipline. It's extremely related to masculine energy. And this is all balance. And I know I balance this within myself, or I'm keep balancing, because there's never finished work. We keep going with that work. And then it's like between your partners, between spouse, between parents. This is on mind level. So what I really want to say, that be spiritual and like listen to the horoscope. I don't know, just constantly doing the cards, meditation to just connect to your higher self. It's great, and not enough to create this powerful relationship. Not enough. Seriously. I've got example of very spiritual girlfriends, and they went and they attracted soulmate. What was missing now? Having that skills of creating in communication. In creating in communication, how do I know? Because I heard what they're saying to their spouses, I heard what they're saying to their children, and there was like listening missing. And they believe, okay, that my child's got a life path like this. Yes, until 12, you influence that life path. That's why they've chosen you. So stop saying that, they have two life paths. No, I know, because I had also given by, astrologists, horoscope readers, very powerful training in Russia. Like, I've been told what happened, and I was able to jump over. I was constantly able because I work on mind level, which is building communication. Guess what? Here in the body and that mind, we're receiving that information from our mind, and that's usually like also related to our DNA. So this is not only spiritual work, this is very, very mind work. It's like gold mine that our minds. So that doesn't work. And also working on body level when it comes to sicknesses, building relationship, also it's not enough. It's not enough to be good looking to attract somebody. It's not enough to be, wow, so many people sharing my posts today. And that's because recently I'm working more than ever on my mind level. I'm writing down that I am international speaker. I'm creating every day that I'm international writer. I'm creating every day that I'm international coach, which I'm already. But now I'm like, global. I should add global, not international, global. Universal. That's so important. Then you see what happens, because this is that conversation within yourself, with yourself. This conversation which you have with your spouse, with your children. I know my child is already a very famous person. She's 9. And also this is one on many paths for her. So what I am doing, encourage her every day. Every day. Yes, this morning I had a small argument with her because it was about cleaning issues, cleaning the house. And then I said to myself, it was my ego. She suffered. And after school, I made like 15 minutes of acknowledging her because she's disciplined. She really cleans her bedroom now. She's got her space. She's organizing everything in her wardrobe straight away after washing. She organizes her work. She's very creative. She learns a lot of movements like TikTok dance. She's recording. She's had fun. And at the same time, she won today. She became the best in some competition, the best at school in doing timetables. She had 6,100 something correct answers. And I'm repeating to her, you are a genius, you are a genius, you are a genius, you are a genius. Because if she is a genius, like genetically, after my brother, after me, yes, we were all like, we were always maths, people. That's why, I know she's a genius. But without saying I'm a genius, she's a genius. And even maybe spirituality is her path to be a genius, but without this mind effort, this mind grounding work, like lifting, nothing will happen, or very little. So this is very important to work on body, mind, and soul. Or mind, like my program is that with mind. It's amazing what you can create within conversation, how your mind can project your thoughts, your words. And that's why when I work one-to-one, I'm like, oops, why are you saying but? Why did you say that one? Where is this coming from? Why did you say that? And I've got, actually now I'm on the page where there's some words, I wrote it down to transform for one of my clients, and she's like, I don't know. I don't know. For her, it's a lot of I don't know. Guess what? If you say I don't know, I can't, you can't. And you don't know. So that's work on mind level. If you say to yourself, your life is not happy, your life is not sweet enough, guess what? It's got impact on your organs, on your body. And yes, working on the bodies as well, taking supplements, eating healthy, moving that body, all of that is important. So stop wishing that, in the soul level, you've got that soul agreement with that amazing partner in your life. Yes, you have it. And there's some additional work required. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying. I would love you to subscribe, share, like it, and make your comments, any questions. Listen, amazing free webinar is coming in 7 days, less than 8 days. Okay, it's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday. Jump on the call. There will be gold. Today, I brainstormed about content I want to put in that webinar with one of my coachees, and she was like, "Oh, this is gold! This is gold! Eye-opening." So be on that register. I'm going to be sending everywhere links. If you do not have a link, post here link, please. And I'm going to be following up to make sure that you've got the link, you are registered. You're going to receive Zoom link so you can log in, spend 1 hour. In 1 hour, my target will be for you to bring a lot of information. Why? Because I'm understanding that every family is happy, because our happiness as a humankind on that planet in this time is my mission to be accomplished, and it's accomplished already. With your support, it's accomplished. Thank you. Hello, hello, beautiful queen. Yes, you. Today with the subject which show up for me actually a few times last week, actually 3 or maybe 4 times last week. It's about disciplining our children, why they want to listen to us. If there is a daughter or is it a teenager, maybe there are 2 daughters. It's very exhausting to be a mother whose children does not listen. Why is that? Because we're going as a woman in mind when we want to discipline our child. Particular after they're 7 years old, they need, which need is not like they need. It's in their nature to receive or inquire, or both, inquire and receive energy from masculine energy from men. This subject is so big. It's very big. There's few reasons he may not be receiving or she may not be receiving our child, because maybe we are divorced, maybe we don't have father figure around us, a father figure for our child, and most likely there was a wound from childhood, our relationship, our dad who didn't discipline us. Our mom was doing a lot of work and she was a lot of in masculine energy. So now we compensate and we're doing ourselves in a lot of masculine energy. There is something in the past. There's something in childhood to heal. Do the shadow work. Check from every single angle why my child behaves the way she behaves. Why? And we thinking that the behavior is out there, that our child is like this, our child is like that, not listening. He's naughty, saying no to me, doesn't do this, doesn't do that. It's aggressive. They're arguing, our children arguing. They're your mirror. It's like this. If they're arguing, where there's no alignment within you, between masculine and feminine energy, where's no alignment between you and your partner, and I promise you it's in your past, it's somewhere in your childhood, the root, the beginning. That's what women asking me. There's so different situation, the behavior changes, and we accepting sometimes the behavior. We don't catch up with what's going on in life, our child, because we are too busy. Plus, it's not our energy. If we start giving our masculine, men shows up. Listen, your child's going to listen to men, masculine energy, not to yours. And a lot of ladies I'm dealing with, they say, what do you mean I cannot discipline my child? I never said you cannot. Give chance to your husband to discipline. Why not giving? Why do you need to do everything on your own? Why? What's going on? What happened? What happened in the past? So my advice is stop complaining, start creating. Start checking for yourself why your son is not behaving. He's now 14 years old. What you been doing for last 7 years, woman? He needed for last 7 years masculine energy. Oh, I'm divorced. Okay, why didn't you attract men in your life? Why your listening towards men is so weak that you didn't attract one? Because yes, I know women who did attract men just to have that man next to her for 7 years, between 7 and 14, when the child was 7 to 14. I'm not lucky. No, I just decided not to work, not to do the shadow work. And no, it's difficult now when a child is 14. It's really difficult because now he's teenager, so he's not only dealing with your energy, now he's actually jumped out a little bit from your field of your energy, controlling energy, and now he's dealing also with his hormones. Crazy. Still doable, but definitely more challenging. So, choice is yours. Either you start healing, doing that work fast, or you're going to be postponing and postponing and postponing. For me, when my children were naughty, not listen, my morning was chaotic, and my daughter had diabetes type 1, what I said to myself, I need to train myself. And I start taking the hardest, the more challenging work on myself, program after program, investing in myself. One thing I wanted is harmony in my house. And I achieved that harmony. And now when I'm telling other ladies what I achieved, they say, oh, because you have girls. No, my mornings were very chaotic. I almost pushed a few times. Once I dragged my daughter to school. Yeah, I did. And I really had impact on my back, on my lower back. It was really painful for a week. And I knew I cannot do that. And I started working and I started checking why they behave like they're behaving. What is the source? I'm the source. Why they behave. And I can give you like 10 examples. How does it shift? And I'm going to be sharing with you because it's coming program about communication skills. And it's very crucial to remember, to understand. If you don't do that work, if you don't sort out your feminine, masculine energy, your parents' relationship, do that shadow work, you're going to be challenged. It's going to have impact on your work, on your feminine energy, on your way of being, on your relationship, on your work, everything, name it. Because I know how it was for me. And now, this morning, I did breakfast for my older daughter, just because she requested. Normally, she does by herself. She's 12 years old. Today, she requested I did the breakfast. My other one, younger one, she wanted breakfast different, so she did by herself. Very organized. She knew exactly what to do. She had already vision what to do. By the way, night before, she already packed her lunchbox. She's 9. They go to sleep 8 o'clock. They're fully asleep 8:30. They're waking up 6 o'clock. They organize all breakfast, packing themselves, making sure the homework all is done. If they want, they can watch. They're actually reminding me that we need to leave the house. And that's my morning now. And in the morning, what I can do? I can do my rituals. I can do my journaling, my meditation, my breathing meditation. That's how my morning looks like. Only because I did the work. I see why my daughter is saying, I am my boss and you're not going to tell me what to do. I need to look at here. I need to look why my child was crying every morning because she wanted her sister's shoes. Yeah, I had to look at here because we promised her one day, a year before, and we completely forgotten, but I was here. When my daughter didn't listen, couldn't be disciplined, she's got diabetes type 1, I need to look here. When they don't want to go to school, I've got coaching with my daughters right thing in the morning because I need to sort this out. And I'm sorting out, last year, I sorted out with 3 weeks. Now, some mothers, they're still dealing with children that doesn't want to go to school. They're 14, they're living like month, 2 months. I needed to deal with myself first. And if you don't do, there's a consequence. And it's sad because those children, they deserve better. You deserve better. I don't want to sound preaching, but honestly, ladies, you're creating your queendom. You are my queens. Come on, see you around.
Test your man, my beautiful queen, to check if he's your king or not. And it sounds terrible because it sounds like manipulation. Okay, I'm standing for communication skills, not manipulation. And still, I did. I did check my man. And I'm going to be here brutally honest. I blocked him on Facebook and WhatsApp. And just watch till the end because you're going to see how powerful results come out of that. Okay, so many books I've been reading and listening to a few female coaches about relationship and about children, that children will do to you the same what you've done to them, just to show you how it was for them. When you shout, when you scream, when you kick them, punish them, whatever, they will punish you back. They will do exactly the same. But we, as a woman, and for me as an older sibling, I was like, don't do the same. Be good girl. Be good girl. Come on. Good girl. Everybody loves good girls. What a BS. Honestly, this is BS. There's no respect when you are a good girl. No respect. Because you're not respecting yourself. So I allow my man last year, he's amazing, by the way. He's really amazing. I can see him such a big potential. He's very deeply attached to his masculine energy, to his feminine energy. He's just 20 years ago, his woman left him and he felt like lost everything. And he's got this way of being where he can shut himself down and be for 2 days not accessible. Like you cannot call him, he's like, you can feel his energy shut. He's like, I cannot even use my third eye or anything to connect with him. He's just like, and then he apologized and everything is great. And then what happened? New Year's Eve, I could see him shutting down in front of me. Where I requested to have open communication, he truly shut himself down. And I know I was partially the reason for that, but there was like, boom, 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 boom. I could see him like walls and, there's no access for communication. And the things he said was completely opposite what I wanted to hear. He started talking about his plan for 2023, like, and using I. I'm like, and me? Where's me? And I know a lot of you ladies dealing with that, with guy who cannot make plans with you or plans for you. I was doing the same things in my marriage. I was begging for dates. I was begging for time to be organized. I was begging for trips to go together without children, just two of us, to be romantic. Nada. Using Portuguese, my ex-language, my ex-husband language. And I said, no way, second relationship, I've got the same. And yes, we spent some, and yes, he was very available wherever we spent, even, with my soulmate, not with my karmic ex. With my soulmate, when we spent time, there was huge difference at the time I spent with my ex-husband. I had this quality time when he could take the phone out and he was really with me wherever we've been saying. We didn't care if we watched TV or something. We knew that we were watching as a background. We're still together in this. So there was huge connection. There's like connection where we can distract the film and talk or make on the side jokes or make comments and we can talk. That was not available with my ex-husband. He would not allow me to comment when he was watching movie. And when I choose the movie I want to watch, he would say was not so good movie. So what I want to say, I had this beautiful connection and I have with my soulmate. The one thing was missing was just like planning, which was getting me crazy, planning together and organizing something together, plus his time when he could shut himself down. And I say no to that. I blocked him. And we had 2 days ago conversation and he said that never ever happened something like this to him. That before whoever blocked him, it was like, okay, life goes on. With me, he was like, it cannot end up like this. He said that something shook him inside, that now he knows he needs to alter his way of being, like not accessible occasionally, because it doesn't work for me. Can you see the difference? Can you see the patterns? Like I had to say stop powerfully, show him how I feel when he's blocked like that. So I showed him, and he had plenty of time, 2 days, to think about that. And then yes, we found a way to communicate again. And I'm very grateful for that. 2, 3, 4 years ago, my ex-husband would say to me bad words, abuse me, or probably create more silence in my life because he was karmic. This man is my soulmate. So he said, I'm going to work on that. Let's work on that. I'm willing to shift this. I'm listening to you. I hear you. I see you. And since then, it's great. Even good morning is completely different energy. And he knows I'm standing. I said to him, nothing is wrong with you. I know you are bigger than that. I know you are bigger than locking yourself and being your own zone. You're bigger than that. Something happened in the past. We can work on it. And this lady blocking him and saying, no, it does not work with me. And I don't want that in my life any longer. Was my victory over the past. And I encourage you to have as many as possible victories over the past, especially if you're coming out of long relationship. And that's why I'm here for you. Show you what you don't like anymore. Embrace you in what you don't like anymore. So you can say stop to that and shift. Think about that. Can you cope over and over and over with the same behavior coming from men who has got wounded feminine and wounded masculine energy? We spoil them. We spoil those guys by giving him second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, 10 chances to be who we want him to be. And that's because we needed to be good girl. And that be good girl gave us so many wrinkles, so many worries, so many disappointments. Shut our mouth for years and years and years. Stop be good girl. Stop be good girl. Start be bitchy girl, please. Begging you. Oh, hello, beautiful queen. Sunny day today. Just want to tell you that I was very quiet for last week. Yeah, I was just dealing with sore throat. And I believe I was stopped from my self-expression, sharing with my queens. We've been on a strong portal going from 3D to 5D, changing our reality. So I'm back sharing my truth. And today I want to talk about surrendering to feminine energy. Again, surrendering to feminine energy. What that really means is like, we know that we are women. You know that you are a woman. You know that your power is feminine energy. We're born to use that feminine energy more than ever. Unfortunately, we have shadows, wounds from a childhood, which we are still dealing with, which does not allow us to embrace that feminine energy, embrace who we are as a woman. And because we refer to our feminine energy like a weakness. When I talk to some women, they say like, oh, so you want me to be housewife? Well, first of all, huge respect to housewives, yes? Because this is like 3 jobs in one. You are manager, you are cook, you are cleaner, everything. 24/7, 24/7. And you're doing something where you most likely not even acknowledged for. So there should not be even called housewife. There should be called housewife profession or whichever way you want to call it. Feminine energy is our power to keeping the fire in the house, making house a home. And balanced masculine man, he knows about that. Unfortunately, we've been dealing with wounded masculine when we didn't, and then we don't acknowledge ourselves. But hold on a minute. I believe that since childhood, we didn't acknowledge ourselves. So we went into that shadows, however you want to call it, which now is the time to come out, see the light. So what I'm talking about, acknowledging yourself. Acknowledge yourself for being housewife, for being a mother, for being a woman. Start from. First, you are a woman. You are that beautiful, strong energy, and wait till the end, because at the end I'm going to share example from my life how I did not acknowledge myself and how I'm acknowledging now. So when we're not surrendering to our feminine energy, we suffer. Why is that? Because we are not acknowledged, we are not noticed. Our listening of ourselves is weakened, very weak, because you refer to yourself just a woman, or probably first wife and a mother, probably first mother then a wife. Completely wrong order. Remember, order is woman. Actually, now when we're coming into 5D dimension, it's goddess, the queen in your queendom, goddess in your world, your universe. Then you are a woman. Then you are a wife, yes, or a partner in that romantic relationship. Yes, it's very important. And then you are a mother. Very important. Now, we don't see ourselves as a woman. So we don't acknowledge ourselves as a woman. So we are resisting our own feminine energy. So again, we suffer because of that. How long you can work without being acknowledged? At work, when you have profession, you're acknowledged, you're getting salary on your account. It's a number, and we have certain listening about that number, give the value of our work. Here you work at home, you're doing food disappear, you're doing that and disappear. And I'm talking even to those women who's got profession, because many of you also cook, also clean, also managing the house. And then around 40, maximum 50, you feel so drained, because how long you can give without being acknowledged? And I promise you, in many cases, even your husband, your partner doesn't acknowledge you. Because most likely, if you don't acknowledge yourself, you attracted partner who grew up in an environment where woman was not acknowledged. Now, why you don't acknowledge yourself? Because your mom was doing cooking, she was not acknowledged. She was doing cleaning, she was not acknowledged. She was going to work, okay, she had salary. Probably she even like more been at work because she had a salary, profession, name, status. At home, she was not even housewife. I was not even called, but she was doing the work of a housewife. Even if the house was still messy, she was still doing the housewife work, because probably if she was not doing, the house would be not messy. The house would be not accessible, would be not a house, would be like pile of rubbish. Now, how powerful is your feminine energy? You see, even universe is like, something doesn't want me to share about that. That's so powerful. My favorite example, quite recent one, is where I went with my daughters to ice ring. Maybe I shared already, maybe I didn't. Whoever watched me, doesn't matter. This is a great example, because that's how we create our reality. I went to ice ring with my daughters, and before that time, before I went many times, but I used to go and I make myself wrong that I'm not going to skating with them. Okay, I put a lot of excuses not to do skating. I make myself wrong for that. And I make myself heavy, by the way. I was always in a thought. There was big arguments between my girls because there was one accusing another to be better than other, be in the back, you know, they were talking to me from the ice ring, mommy, come, you promise this time, you always promises, it's with you all the time. And I was like more and more and more and more. And I would be like, you know, already tired, exhausted. But this time I decided I am not that anymore. I'm going there. I'm not gonna go to ice ring. I'm gonna stay and watch my daughters because I deserve to have that coffee moment with myself when I'm enjoying how they're skating. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying every sip of that coffee because I earned that money. I'm taking them to the ice ring and I'm enjoying my daughters. So that was first step. Second, when I was in that state, enjoying myself, enjoying just be a woman, breathing and sitting, it really hit me. How are I stopping my older one to be as good as the younger one? They both the same. They both my daughters, they're very well skilled. The younger one was always like my brother, fast with everything. My brother is younger, 2 years younger. The different age gap between my daughters is 3 years. And I was like referring to the younger one, like to my brother, to the older one, like me, was always behind, always resigned, upset because my brother was better, because my brother was faster. Is that true? I don't know. I don't feel worse anymore than my brother. As I wrote article recently, you know, I'm IT engineer of brain. He's IT for Google. I'm an IT engineer for of the brains. And at that moment, I got, oh my God. I put the cap on my older daughter, listening of her like myself. And in that moment, I'm giving this up. I'm giving this big BS up, give up. And I'm watching her be faster and faster and faster every single circle. Magic happened because it was not the magic, it was just pure my creation, by the way, which is also magical. The older one, every single round she was better, but like visibly better, very visibly better. And she first time came to me, mommy, have you seen me, have you seen me? Every time I've seen her, by the way, I enjoy her progress. I enjoy my listening, watching, and empowering in my thoughts my older daughter. And she was happy like never before. She was not arguing with her younger sister. She didn't say even like, oh, you are in front of me, left me behind, which was always the case in the past, which was not always, it was a case in the past. And you know what? That was the best ice skating we've done. When I was sitting and watching them, empowering them in my thinking. And I was not only thinking, it was just believing in them with every single cell of my body. That is the power of feminine energy. And what was required? Me surrender myself to my feminine power, my just being. Just, is that a just? Is that a just to create completely different future for my daughters where they don't compete anymore? Is it a just? It was purely victory over the past, victory as a woman, victory over my past, when I was constantly comparing myself to my younger brother. And I was like, I don't have to do that anymore. My daughter are not doing that anymore. So I'm not doing. So I hope it helps. Surrender yourself to your feminine energy and do exercise. You have the power.